What's going on, everybody? It's Colton here with another little morning live stream. I got some things I want to talk about today. First off, I hope everybody's having a good fucking morning. I'm trying my best to have a good one myself. Sometimes you got to manifest it. Sometimes you got to make that shit happen. But it's all mental. It's all in the heart. It's all self-love. So for the first thing today, what we're going to start is we are going to start. Let me see here. First off, if you got anything to say, make sure you drop it in the comments down below or the live stream over there. We'll talk about those topics as well. If you haven't hit the like button, what we're going to do though is we're going to jump straight into a good little morning like jam or ram, as long as it sounds good. Let me see here. Hold on.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
So we're gonna have this little Mark Reblet. I've been listening to him a lot lately. Just have him jam up in the background for a minute here. Everybody, good morning. Hope you guys are having a good one. Make sure you wake up. Get some coffee in you. Go tell yourself in the mirror you're fucking killing it. Whatever you gotta do. Tell your wife, your mom, your dad you love them. They'll probably say it right back to you. And then let's have a good day. Don't smoke a bowl right away. Don't freaking drink a beer. Don't do that. You don't need that. Just love yourself for a little bit, and then enjoy that later. So, because trust me, it's just gonna make it a lot. Yeah, get the fuck up, guys. There you go. All right. So we're gonna start off with that. First, I wanted to talk about. I lost my job actually about a week ago. Got fired when I went into work. Basically, they told me my heart wasn't in it, and it's not. It's not. But do I think it's a bullshit way to fire somebody? Yeah, I do. I'm not going to call the place out or anything. People that know me know where I work. So, but yeah, basically, I was told I was getting let go around lunchtime because my heart wasn't in it. And in most cases, I feel like for a lot of people working a corporate job, some sort of job that they don't want to work. They're just working it to make the paycheck so they can live and actually buy a house and like have a life, right? Nobody's heart's in it. And that's what I talked to people from that place. They all agreed with me on that. I talked to people outside of work and they're like, what the fuck they mean that your heart's not in it? Because that's almost bullshit, because it just doesn't make sense. Like you could fire me for a logical reason. Like maybe I wasn't coming into work for, a week straight, or maybe I just wasn't getting my job done or something like that. But if my heart's just not in it, especially in the same sentence when they told me that you're a great worker, you're a hard worker, and in 4 months you're going to give us a call saying, I appreciate you guys firing me and leaving me on my ass. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to appreciate that no matter what. What I do appreciate is that you guys, you pissed me off enough to where I sat down and, I had a couple bad days, dude. And I was feeling low about myself. I had a couple job interviews right off the rip. Obviously, I had a job interview the next day. It's funny, the day they fired me, I had somebody call me for employment. Now, again, it's a job that I don't want to do. I'm going to do it to make a paycheck, right? Or do I do it? So I was talking to my dad last night. He's a big inspiration to me. He's someone that's always, him and my mom, but he's someone that he's a hard ass on me, and when he is, I always take it with a grain of salt, and sometimes we fucking argue, same with, my mom and me. She's a hard ass as well, and you take it with a grain of salt, but at the end of the day, they're both going to give you amazing advice. Listen to your parents, but don't live your life to fulfill what your parents want you, what you think your parents' bar is for you, per se, right? Like for me, biggest thing that I struggled with for those couple days was feeling like I was letting people down. Like I was letting my mom down. I was letting my fiance down. I was letting all my friends down and everybody, because I lost my job on my ass. I'm trying to figure it out. Me and my fiance, we just bought a house not too long ago. So, we're dealing with all that. Right. So, I was feeling real under the weather. And the first thing I thought was, well, I need to get a fucking job. I need to go out there in a society and I need to go find some bullshit job that I hate and make that paycheck so everyone is okay. You know what I mean? Everyone's cool. No one's feeling like I'm doing something wrong. And partially from that is certain family members of mine, between brothers or sisters or whatever, have already destroyed those expectations for some of my family or my parents. And I always want to make sure that I'm setting that bar high so I can actually make them feel like that they raised good kids, someone that's actually going to carry on their name and carry on in life and actually live a happy life, a successful life. And when I mean successful, I don't mean rich at any means. I mean happy with yourself, because a lot of people aren't happy with themselves. And I'm in that age, and what I've been looking at, going back to getting the job, is I feel like I need to get a job. I need to get a job. I need to get a job. Well, I went and had a job interview. I got a job, right? As long as my background check, my driving record comes back clean, which it will, I start the 12th. Now, you can say congratulations, but don't, because it's another job that I really don't want to do. It's not going to make me happy. My heart's not going to be in the job, right? So I think about using the assets that I have from the system. And instead of working for the system, I'm going to try to go into self-employment, and be a self-employed person, own my own company, and do all that. And it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be hard. It's something that I'm still thinking about. Like I said, I still haven't called and denied the job, but that's what I'm thinking about doing. I was talking to my dad about it last night, and we were talking about government grants and stuff that they get, that they help with people that are starting their own businesses, yada, yada, yada. I don't think I'm getting into any of that at all. But just talking to him about it, my dad has so much passion when he talks about what I can do with my life. Right. More passion than probably I have when I talk about what I can do with my own life. So, and that kind of opened my eyes. I didn't really say anything to him or do anything like that. I just kind of always hear my dad out, because there's no reason for me to say no or deny someone who's 50, who's lived that life, who's been across the ocean, yada, yada, to not give me that little bit of wisdom. And that's what, I'm always a big fan of getting some wisdom from some other people. There's no wrong in getting advice from other people, as long as the advice you're getting, as long as you ain't taking that advice and just using their piece of it, right? So like for my mom, she wants me to get a job right away, right? So, and for my dad, it's want me to do self-employment, right? So I was thinking about going in the middle. I was thinking about starting to drive DoorDash so I can make my own hours based around my filming and stuff like that. Sorry if you just heard my heater kick on, my furnace kick on. It's fucking 38 degrees here today. I don't understand why we're still so fucking cold. There you go. Get that shadow off my face. But yeah, man. So I'm still thinking, I'm still doing, but what I mainly wanted to say in this whole thing, because I was watching some Gary V, right? Some motherfucking Gary V. I don't know if you guys don't know who Gary V is or not. One, he's a real successful motherfucker from coming up from nothing, right? He took his dream and he ran with it. He's an entrepreneur. He talks all across the country. He has like a YouTube and shit. He's real inspirational as well. Like, you ever feel like you just need that little bit of inspiration to write or whatever you got going on, whatever your hobby is. You know what I mean? Like, I go into it. He'll start talking and he'll just fucking like, I like his interviews personally, where he's talking with someone else, a small business owner that hasn't grown or needs advice or something like that. Because he doesn't beat around the bush. And that's what I like about Gary Vee. And he was talking about how you need to stop caring what people think and you need to stop buying dumb shit. And if you can survive on $31,000 a year for a couple years, you could take anything. He said you could take Star Trek, right? 18 months, you have a successful starting to grow podcast, right? Then you start selling sweatshirts. That's exactly what he said. Then you quit that $31,000 job. Once that job is making you $30,000. But then you're like, but why would you quit a $60,000? Now you're making 60 grand. Because if you could put more time into what you want to do, obviously, the better it's going to be. Even through my podcasting situation, when we first started, we had yellow the camera looked fucking yellow. We were running, I think we recorded off some cell phones a couple times. We were recording off one mic. I still have the mic, actually, because obviously I have new mics now. This mic right here, this is what I started on, a little Yeti. It's all dusty and shit. It doesn't get used. I hung that bitch in the middle of us. And we fucking sat around a table and we started, And it's the same with like me and Mitch. When me and Mitch did a podcast about 2 years ago, granted, he ended up having a kid. We kind of fell out of it, right? We were just in a closet in his basement, basically. And in that closet, I'm still waiting to smoke this morning cigarette. I honestly haven't wanted to. I've been awake since 9 o'clock, and it's 11:29 now. I've just been sitting here on my desk. But we were sitting in his basement, right? We had a fucking piece of shit laptop, my piece of shit laptop. We had one of these, but it was on the stand that just sits on the table that they sell it on. It wasn't the boom. And then we just sat there, and every time because we didn't have cameras on this was just an audio podcast on Spotify, or not Spotify, on SoundCloud. So every time we talked, one would, we would be sitting here and here. One would go in, oh yeah, so yada yada. Mitch would come in, fucking tits and buttholes and yada yada. You know how Mitch is. And then we moved to actually getting see if I can show you. Now I got my soundboard set up, and I have actual mic setups. And, we're starting to sound good. What pissed me off about this last one is the reason there's no Beers and Bros podcast posting on Thursday, because we filmed the whole Beers and Bros podcast. We tested out some Jello shots. We tested out a new seltzer drink, which we're going to retry, I guess, or whatever. I got to still talk to Jeff and Jeremy about that one. They really enjoyed them, so they might already be wanting to buy some more. But the audio, I had it all hooked up on the soundboard here, and I forgot to check Audacity's fucking audio input on what it was catching the audio from, and it was catching it from my webcam, which I never want to catch it from the webcam. Even now, I'm running it through the soundboard because it sounds so much better. Because basically what I'm going to do at the end of it is I'm going to take this audio, this video that it's already recording on this live stream, I'm just going to upload it onto the channel. Like I said last time on my live streams, I'm going to start doing these at least every 2 days. I'm going to hop on and do, a little live stream more of a thing. We might be doing something different. It might be themed, yada, yada. As soon as I start learning more about all this live streaming stuff, I'm going to start doing scheduled, so you guys will be able to see when they're coming. I think they're going to be on Tuesday and Thursdays, and then Saturday. Now, also this Saturday, let's hop out of the pep talk here just for a second. This Saturday, we're going to be filming a little party vlog over at Mitch's, 21 and over watching, 21 and over there. That's all I got to say. We're going to be playing a little beer pong. We're going to be playing a little bit of disc golf, maybe a little bit of fucking waterfall. We're going to be playing the new Impractical Jokers game that we bought. It's meant for like 3 to 4 people to do that main game itself. And then it's meant to be done at a party with like 5 to 10 unsuspecting guests that don't know that you guys are playing the game. So we're going to be doing that as well. And we're going to vlog it all at the same time. Have a good time. My cousin Dakota is going to be there. It's been a while since he's been on. Maybe I can drag my cousin Shannon out. That would be pretty fun. And then sorry again about this fucking furnace, man. I feel like I can for sure hear it. But yeah, it should be a fun time. I hopefully will have made my decision by then on what I'm going to do with this being unemployed right now. And then maybe I'll do an announcement because everybody's hopefully going to be there. You got Sam and Lub is hopefully going to show up. Jeff does have to work Sunday morning, but maybe we can get him out to like 9 o'clock and then get him home so we can get some rest. He does got to work at 4 in the morning. So that's you got to work at 4 in the morning, man. I get it. You got to go to bed. You know what I mean? That's fuck. You're up at 3, you know? Like Love works that shit too. He's up at like 3 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Fuck that. But there that is, you know. Like Jeff might be going into something that he loves. He likes working IT, and he's hopefully going to get into IT where he's working at right now. That's good for Jeff. He's putting the time and he's putting the effort into it. Lub, same thing. I'm pretty sure Lub likes what he's doing right now. You know, they both got kids. They're rocking it out. You know, but I got no kids. And I got, I got a house, but fuck a house, man. Obviously, I'm not going to lose my house, right? I'm not going to lose my house. I know that. But do I care more about the house than what I could do for myself? That's the main question you got to ask yourself. Or I got to ask myself. And almost the same to you. You're 22 to 30 is when you guys, everybody, I keep saying you guys like I'm not 22, right? Should be exploring. You know, you're young, you're youthful, you can do whatever you want, you know. And that's what I was saying about the parents. You don't have to live up the, I want you to do this. Get a job at 22 and buy a house and fucking live life in Hobart, Indiana. You know, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. Gary Vee says you're going to get to 40 years old and you're going to fucking hate your parents because you're going to feel like they made you fucking stay where you're at. You've just been doing the same thing. Now, I don't fucking retire now until I'm 65. What the fuck, right? Until I'm 70 years old is when I would feel comfortable to what the fuck? That's like average nowadays. I just had a manager of mine retire, and he was in his 60s. He wasn't in his 50s like everyone thinks. You're going to retire at 50 years old and have the last half of your life to do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not putting money into that. You know, from day one, from like 18 years old type shit. Especially if you're not putting like I know like a lot of companies will match and stuff. That's nice, right? That's comfortable. But I'm 22 years old. I don't even feel like I want comfortable right now. Like working the 9 to 5 makes me want to fucking rip my eyeballs out. Because it's something I don't want to do. I'd work fucking 12 hours a day if it was my own place. That's my own. I'd feel comfortable there. I could do what I want. I could say what I want. If I want to go out back and have a cigarette, like take a 30-minute lunch break, I can. Right? Then it all comes down to what am I going to do? Right? What am I going to become self-employed at? It's a good fucking question, right? But I already know because I'm already doing it. I just need to buy time and drop a lot of content and start proving to you guys that this is not just some bullshit podcast from Hobart, Indiana. This is going to grow, you know. This is it. We already started with the beatbox thing. A lot of you maybe have seen, actually we didn't get no love on it, so I'm going to announce it again. Shout out to Beatbox Beverages for sending us boxes of beatbox. We got to try both flavors that we can't get in the area. And that's, that shows me a little bit that we are getting, people are looking at us. But for some reason, they're just not sticking with us. And I'm not saying that to Beatbox at all. Don't think I'm not saying Beatbox isn't sticking with us. So I'm still working on Beatbox, still making TikToks. Their new month challenge, by the way, because this is April 1st. Their new month challenge. Slushy mixies with their beatboxes. So whoever can make the best slushy mixie, make sure you hashtag spike your slushy. I'll have to look again. Speaking of, we can do that right now, actually. And you guys get in on this, man. I would love to have one of my viewers fucking win. So yeah. So we're kicking off our April content contest. Hope you're all bundled up because it's going to get chilly. In April, we want to see your best slushy recipes. Yes, you read it right. When you freeze a beatbox, it becomes a freaking delicious slushy. No mixture is out of bounds, so mix it with whatever you think would work with our several flavors. Now that kind of stings for us because we don't have tropical or watermelon. So, but we got 4 other flavors that we can figure something out with in this area, Northwest Indiana area. The winner will be decided on April 31st. There is no limit to how many recipes you can throw up. You want to see them all, or we want to see them all. You are all already bringing the heat, or should say ice. So keep it up. Here's the rules. Keep your video under 60 seconds. Tag us in the caption. Use the hashtag #SpikeYourSeltzer. Oh, they're still using the same hashtag. Okay. #SpikeYourSeltzer. Get as creative as you want with it and keep it fun. That's the only rules. Let's get it freezing. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay. And then there we go. Got a little picture. Ooh, that looks really freaking good. Wow. Are they just cutting the top off in those? Or is that fucking... I don't know. I know you guys can't see it, but this is the picture they dropped. Let me see if the webcam will pick it up. No, it will not. All right. So yeah, that's the challenge. You can win stuff. They never really say what you win, but I'm pretty sure last time it was like a shit ton of beatbox and like merchandise and shit like that. So yeah, go ahead and do that. You can do it on TikTok, fucking Instagram. Pretty sure you can do it on any like media platform. Other than that, let's listen to another little jam here for a second. Get a little jammy with it, and I'm gonna take a piss.
Hi, hey, who, hey, hi, hi, hey, hi, 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 hey. I said, welcome to the job interview. Hello, have a seat on the motherfucking chair. Give me that resume. I want to see your CV with the job history. I want to see it here. I want to see bullet points and lines, the schedule of events that determines the course of your professional career. I want to see it on the goddamn table so that I can inspect it, and then I want to see you work that ass. Gotta work that. You gotta work that. You gotta work that. Working with the interview. You got the interview. You're gonna knock it out of the park. I know, baby. Just got to work that ass. Your question, a 5-year plan. 5-year plan is to break it the fuck down with my motherfucking ass. 5-year plan, gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it the fuck down with my ass. Gonna use my ass as my greatest asset, and I'm gonna break it down for you, baby. I gotta break through this somehow. Fuck through this.
Oh, dude, gotta love a little Mike roulette, right? He fucking almost made me cry last night. I watched this fucking he did a song when his father passed away, like 5 days after. And you like looking at it just in his face, you could just see the emotion in it, right? Just, dude, made me drop. I only really got introduced to him maybe, I want to say 2 weeks ago by Jeff. And then after talking to him, or when I was at Jeff's talking to Jeff, and Jeff had him playing in the background, I was scrolling Facebook, and then my buddy Jordan, who's actually overseas right now, shout out Jordan, he's in the Air Force, kicking ass. He shared a video called "I'm a Flamingo" by him. He's like, this shit kind of hit. So I clicked on it, and it does kind of hit. It's hilarious too. So then I actually like went to his YouTube page. I had the pods in, and I started just listening to some of his music, and he's a real inspirational guy as well. I'm all about that inspiration, man, because I don't care what you say. Everybody needs a little inspiration every now and then, you know. That's just how it is. Whether it be you sitting down and drawing a picture, or listening to whatever type of music you listen to. I've been trying to stay away from rap. Jeff actually put that on to me. He said, he told me he was not listening to rap for one straight week because rap songs, you wake up, you start listening to rap, you listen to it all day long, and it's all fucking drugs and murder and violence and fucking whores and bitch and fucking all that crazy shit. And he said, it's not the type of mood that I want to get put in. So I've been listening to more, more the style mood that I want to be in, the uplifting style mood. That's the same thing I've been, especially with that Mark Rublet guy. Let me see. Is there a way I can show? If I was actually doing my webcam through the thing, I should. Then there would be a way I could show it. But I'm a piece of shit, and I was lazy this morning. My buddy Tyler's coming over. He's going to say what's up. I haven't talked to him in a little bit. Dude, fuck it. I ain't even going to smoke the cigarette. Who needs? I need to quit anyways. Shout out to quitting cigarettes. It's a fight, man, but I'm doing it slowly but surely. I was doing really good at it, and then I fucking left my vape at my cousin Emily's house, and it was almost like an excuse for me to buy a pack of cigarettes, right? Yeah. So stay away from that. But if you haven't yet, make sure you tell somebody you love them. I'll tell you, it'll make you feel better at the end of the day, all right? And if you ain't doing something that you don't love and you're fucking 22 to 30, why not? Try it, Sleep in your car if you have to for a couple nights or for a couple months. Fuck, people live out of their cars. Literally out of their Toyota Corollas and shit. They're all over TikTok. It's fucking crazy, right? Out of vans, do whatever you got to do it, but just do it. You know what I mean? Me and Riley will take off in a van. I'm telling you guys this right now. When she graduates, we're leaving. We're fucking gone, brother. We're traveling, doing what we want to do, hiking, everything, brother. You guys are going to get to see fucking hikes from west, north, south, east, maybe even fucking Canada, Alaska, fucking. That's what we want to do. And that's the truth. And that's where these webcam things are coming in. I'm starting to implement them because me and Jeff and German, everybody, we're going to keep doing podcasts because obviously I'm going to come back here and visit and, I have home base here, right? But we're going to be doing a webcam podcast while I'm out on the road as well. So that should be fun and interesting. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, man. I'm glad. Hey, the one guy that's watching, I don't know who it is. The two people that's watching this whole time. Shout out to you guys, bro. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. To anybody who's watching this afterwards, I hope you guys are having a fucking fantastic day. Drop it in the comments down below what you got planned today. And I'm telling you, if you got something you got to do, you got yourself a little chores list, all right, just do it. Because if you sit around, it could have already been done. Right? You sit around till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you could already have got the dishes done. You could already have got the clothes folded. You could already have walked your dogs. And that's what I got to do. So I'm going to go do that. You guys have a fucking blessed day. I love you guys. All righty, man. So much. Make sure you hit the fucking subscribe button. Show your support. We're going to keep up the content. Follow me on TikTok at the Chalkboard-TV. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at the Chalkboard. And hope you guys have a beautiful day.